Hello. For those of you who do not know me from my baseball blog, JohnnyL'sBaseballClubhouse.com, let me introduce myself. My name is John Lumsden. I'm currently 21 years of age and am a sophomore accounting major at Mississippi State University. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. For the past year or so, I have been writing posts on my blog, JohnnyL'sBaseballClubhouse.com, discussing baseball primarily in major leagues, following and discussing trades, news, transactions of any team in the major leagues. I also discussed the history of baseball, such as players or games that have impacted the history of the game. So let's get right into it. Today, I will be discussing the trade that just occurred yesterday afternoon involving Todd Frazier going to the Chicago White Sox. Because this trade dealt with three different teams, I'm going to discuss how it affects each team in general. First of all, the Cincinnati Reds. They are the big losers of this trade, as despite getting three prospects in return for Frazier, it wasn't enough in terms of talent. They did get Peraza from the Dodgers, who is a top prospect second baseman in the farm system. He's about the number 40th prospect in Major League Baseball right now. He is a D. Gordon lookalike who will be absolutely fantastic in the years to come. Now, he will certainly have a big impact on the future of the Cincinnati Reds. However, the other two they have gotten was Brandon Dixon, who is an infielder, who is not even ranked in the system at all. You can't even find him online. He is, but the scouts have said that he's had some ability with the glove and bat, yet he just hasn't developed all the skills necessary. The other piece that the Reds acquired from the Los Angeles Dodgers was Scott Schebler, who played in a couple games with the Dodgers this year, shows some good power. But he's just not an exciting guy. Scouts said he just hasn't developed the necessary skills as an outfielder yet. He's got a good, decent bat with a lot of power, but just hasn't learned how to hit for contact. So those two guys, besides Peraza, are just not that exciting for the Reds. Yes, the Reds are rebuilding to win in 2018 or 19 or 20, but if you're going to trade away a guy like Todd Frazier, you need to get back a lot more in return. For example, look at the Cole Hamels deal that happened in the trade deadline in 2015. The amount of prospects the Phillies got in return for Cole Hamels was exactly what they should have gotten for the left-handed starting pitcher. And athlete, it might have been even more than what Hamels was worth. The Reds were behind on the rebuilding process because they tried to win it again this year, but realized they didn't have any pitching. So they traded Cueto and they started a rebuilding process at the deadline, which was a little bit too late, but too late, too sorry. You got to do it someday. And so they're starting now, and they felt like they were rushed to get into the tear-down mode. They're rushing to tear down the team and rebuild the farm system. So they kind of just went out and got what they could get at the moment instead of waiting for the right time. Plus, Todd Frazier is the face of the Cincinnati franchise right now. He's a fan favorite. He was a finalist for the MLB Face of the Game. He is the Cincinnati Reds. And with him gone, that is going to disappoint a lot of Cincinnati Reds fans. They may not support this rebuild, tear-down mode that the Reds are in. So that might drive ticket sales and revenue down. However, trading away a guy like Phillips, who they've been trying to trade away, or trading away Billy Hamilton or Kozar or anyone else on the Major League roster, that would have been fine to start with them and then leave Todd Frazier for last to trade, like the Phillies did. They traded away everyone except for Howard and Hamels were one of the last ones to go. So the Reds are the big losers of this trade. They just did not get enough for Todd Frazier. Yes, Peraza will be a future All-Star, but he's just not there yet. Let's move on to the Dodgers. A lot of Dodger fans and media are way overreacting on the way the Dodgers are progressing this offseason. Yes, they are a win now team. Yes, they have a lot of money. Yes, they have a lot of expectations. But you got to be patient with the Dodgers. They are not, I'm going to be honest with you, they're not going to win in 2016. They are going to win, however, in 17 or 18. Because they lost Alan Aquino, because they lost Alan Zamarnia, because Greinke didn't return to LA, they have to build the farm system. They have Urias, they have De Leon, and they have now Montas from the White Sox in this trade. And they also got Grant Holmes in the farm system as well. Those four pitchers are all ranked in the top 60 prospects of Major League Baseball. In 2017 or 18, those four guys could very well look like the New York Mets of 2015 when DeGrom, Syndergaard, Matz, and Harvey were all in the rotation. The Dodgers could very well be that team in a year. Montas has a big power fastball. Now, a lot of scouts are praising. He's also working on a couple other pitches as far as the slider and the changeup. So he should be good for the end of this year or 17. And will be brought up with the other guys as well, hopefully, to create a lethal young rotation behind Clayton Kershaw to win in 17 or 18. Yes, the Dodgers lost Peraza, but that doesn't mean they didn't get enough in return for him. The Dodgers also received Micah Johnson, who is a second baseman who in 83 games in the minor leagues had a slugging percentage of .466 and stole 28 bags. He has shown tools of a 5-tool player. Yes, we only saw 30 games with him in the major leagues, and his numbers were not impressive. But he has a lot of potential, and he could very well be the future second baseman of the Dodgers as he is locked up in his contract or arbitration available through 2018 through 2019. And so are Kershaw, Gonzalez, Peterson, Puig, Seager, etc. The Dodgers are ready to win in 17 and 18, and with these top pitching prospects they have right now, they arguably have the best pitching farm system in the league currently. The Dodgers are the huge winners in this thing for the long term. However, the third team in this deal, the Chicago White Sox, they are the short-term winner as they acquired Todd Frazier, all-star third baseman of the last 2 years, and defending home run derby champ. Todd Frazier has been extremely valuable to the Cincinnati Reds. He has had a WAR of 5.3 and 4 the last 2 years, meaning that he has been value of 4 or 5 wins to the Cincinnati Reds. That is a huge contribution to his team. Now, yes, he hasn't developed hitting for average skills, but that's just not who he is. He's going to give you 255 with 30 homers and 90 RBIs. He is a phenomenal bat to put behind or in front of Jose Abreu in that Chicago White Sox lineup to create a very lethal lineup in that AL Central to compete with the Tigers or the Royals. However, they do have a hole at second base now, and they have a hole at shortstop. They have a top prospect in shortstop in Tim Anderson, who has shown tremendous hitting skills in the minors, batting over 300 in over 100 games. However, scouts have said multiple times that his defensive skills have not been developed yet, so he will not be ready for at least a year or so. And with this trade, the White Sox certainly are trying to win 2016. So because of the holes behind Sal in the rotation, not having a number 3 or 4 or 5 pitcher good enough to compete in 2016, and with Todd Frazier arriving in Chicago, there's got to be another move that the White Sox front office is about to make. There's no way that they expect to win with this roster with the couple holes they have left to fill. So this Todd Frazier deal may just be the beginning of another blockbuster trade to help Chicago improve and compete in 2016. They are definitely the short-term winner of this deal. But all around, this is a great deal for most of these teams. Cincinnati, despite not getting enough back, they did get a top prospect in Peraza, who's going to be an all-star, D. Gordon lookalike. And they have definitely stated that they have restarted the rebuilding system with Todd Frazier gone. So hopefully this gets the dominoes going in that tear-down mode. The Dodgers just have an abundance of starting pitching in the farm system. They are going to be looking really good on the pitching and defensive side for 17 and 18. White Sox fans, guys, you got a terrific third baseman. This guy is going to be a fan favorite. He's got a lot of pop. He's got attitude. He is just the type of guy you want on this White Sox team, because besides Abreu and Seiya, you don't have that guy, and now you do. Frazier is going to be a lot of fun to watch, even if the White Sox do not perform the way they hope to be in 2016. This will be a lot of fun to watch, this team. Abreu and Frazier batting back-to-back in the White Sox lineup. Well, that's it for today, guys. Please keep up with me on my blog at johnnyelsbaseballclubhouse.com. I have sent a link down below, and I will be posting more videos on current news, trades, etc. Thank you.